Yo, what's going on? It's going in next back up in here. Okay, I need to stop because I don't want to shake this shit too much. You already know I'm back up in here doing all my shit, doing all my funny business, but up in here reacting to funny shit, honest trailers. You already know my boy's Line X minus men. The Dark Phoenix. Shit, let's get into the shit. You already know my boys. If you don't know about that reaction shit, then you already know you need to press that subscribe button just to understand, Yeah, okay, let's get to the shits.
From Disney comes the last film in this X universe to remind us that just like the human body, when a franchise dies, it craps itself.
Bruh, really?
Dark Phoenix. Roll the dice on the latest X-Men joint, an IP that's given us the highest highs, the lowest lows, and the middlest mids. To revisit the Dark Phoenix storyline from X-Men 3. Only this time, we really get to know Jean Grey. No? Not really? Okay,
No.
but we're exploring the cosmic potential of the Phoenix Force. No? After the intro, it's all on Earth? Okay, fine. We're finally seeing what a new creative team can do with this material. No? Same guy who wrote X-Men Last Stand, but now he's directing too? You know what they say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, and you could probably fool me again, because I like the cartoon and nerds are easy marks. Previously on X-Men. Just kidding, doesn't matter, because no one will explain how or why Magneto is a free man after the last movie, or how the X-Men have a hotline to the president after this happened, or why they keep skipping decades even though it puts these characters in their 50s now. 50s. But whatever, pretend this is the first one you've seen, and thrill as Jean Grey fights an evil space cloud. A monotone space alien.
If we can control that power, we can resurrect our race. Begin again.
And a consistent American accent.
I don't have a home. You made sure of that.
In a story that banks on you caring about a character who's barely on the screen before this. It's almost like focusing on Mystique for the last 3 movies was, now hear me out, a bad choice.
Mutant
What?
and proud.
Audience, and over it. See the core X-Men how you've come to expect them by now. Annoyed, bored,
There's always a speech, but nobody cares anymore.
and way too famous to sit for makeup. But they'll step aside to give the new mutants something to do. Rather, these mutants, like Cyclops, whose random F-bomb in a PG-13 movie is the closest he comes to a personality.
If you touch her, I will f***ing kill you.
Quicksilver, who's once again sidelined before his powers make everyone else pointless. Nightcrawler, who's gone from thriller fan to killer man.
Badass. She was badass.
And Storm, who's been so conditioned to have nothing to do that she lets it pour rain at a funeral. Now the whole mansion is gonna smell like a wet dog.
Yo,
Gross.
I'm done.
Ever wonder what it would look like if you got to make the next X-Men? Probably something like this.
Ooh.
Because this is the director's first movie, and he's spending $200 million on his student film, showing off exactly how superhero actors look if it's not handled with care and expertise. Morons. They look like absolute morons. Okay, Michael, pretend you're trying to open a jar with your mind. Sophie, you too. Harder. Harder. Push your hands out more. Way more. Don't worry, it'll look cool later. Oh man, I'm in way over my head.
Yo, I'm done.
So press X to pay respects to the final terrible movie of the current X-Men franchise that you could blame on the writer-director failing upwards, or last-minute reshoots to make it less like Captain Marvel, or the main cast wishing they were dead.
Now we're the only ones left.
Or you could choose to remember all the good times, forget this ever happened, and maybe try reading some X-Men comics instead. Did you know they made books out of all these movies? There's even pictures inside. Starring Lady Bird, Charlie and the Child Soldier Factory. Let's see them aliens. Old Magneto had a farm. X-Men Origins. Frasier. Quote the Raven, please no more. Taserface. Gotta go fast. Jake Gyllenhaal. I'm not here to make friends. And the MCU stealing the X-Men? Oh, I get it. X-Men 4, X3, Take 2, The Last One.
He said take two.
Jean did not have this much blood on her when she flew away. Whose blood is this?
Whose blood is it?
Jean, did you kill Cyclops off screen again? Me think, why waste time, say lot word when few word do trick. I'm not crazy. I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Really?
Prince Ali, fabulous he. Ali, a Bobwa. Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
You need to speak up. I am wearing a towel.
Okay, my bad, y'all. That was an ad, and I guess it was kind of dumb, but you already know my boys. That's it. It was kind of dumb. That movie was dumb. Like, I would say the Honest trailer is much more better than what I just saw in that movie. That movie's garbage, just like Captain Marvel. No more lead actresses ever again. And they're about to do Black Widow next year, and I'm pissed about that shit. I feel like it's gonna fail. Because not even the villain could carry. Like, the villains were trash. Ronan didn't even do shit. And I'm talking about Captain Marvel first, then X-Men. The freaking aliens were trash. It was mostly Jean on her period and shit. It was trash. I didn't like it. Like, the X-Men Last Stand, like, it was awesome. At least it was a war. It was a war. It was a war against an alien race, which Jean could just use one hand and then she's dead or some shit, or some alien's dead or whatever. Like, it was boring. It wasn't. There was no main character. There was no main villain. That main villain was shit. If it had Mr. Sinister in the fucking movie, no doubt about it, that movie would have been legit an A1. I would have gave it an A plus for putting in Mr. Sinister finally. But instead, I'm glad they put Apocalypse in. I'm glad for that. Of course, Magneto, Juggernaut. Who else? Freaking the Sentinels or whatever the hell they are. Well, yeah, the Sentinels they're pretty cool. Days of Future was pretty good. I liked it. I like Days of Future. Apocalypse was good. And they were actually about to come out with fucking Mr. Sinister later on in the future. And I thought that's what it was going to be. Dark Phoenix was going to be all about. I thought it was going to have Mr. Sinister in it. And I was wondering who the fucking lady was. That white lady with fucking white hair and shit. I was pissed about that. I was all like, who the hell is that? And then you find out at the end, it's all bullshit. I'm glad I did not pay no fucking I did not pay no fucking tickets or nothing. I watched it on my fucking Fire Stick. I'm so glad I didn't fucking watch this shit. I'm so glad on theaters. I knew it wasn't worth it. I had to call it. Nowadays, not many movies are out there to go and watch and shit. Spider-Man this past year, it was okay. I liked it. I did like it. Avengers Endgame, hell yeah. Like, there's rarely Marvel is really fucking up. They need to stop fucking up. I'm getting pissed at this point because they already fucked up the whole X-Men universe. They just fucked it up. Just like that movie, they fucked the whole ending up. Logan was awesome. Apocalypse was awesome. Days of Future, awesome. They were setting it up good. First Class was awesome too. The third one, it was a bit trash, but then it actually became better than this last piece of shit movie I just saw. I don't ever want to see that shit ever again in my life. Like that ass. I do not want to ever see it again. That shit was so trash. Like, bro, you could just put in the last two fucking films that they all made and shit. It's better. And of course, Deadpool. We already know how they did. We already know how Deadpool made. First Class and everything. X-Men 1, 2, and 3, and then of course Wolverine. I wasn't really a fan of the second one that much. It was pretty badass. I liked it, but I feel like it should have been a little bit more better. The first one, the same thing with the first. Well, the first one was pretty awesome. I'll give it that. It was awesome too. Second one, not so much. It was good, but not good enough. Third one was fucking awesome. Which I thought it was gonna have like a really big main villain in there, but I guess not. It's gonna have him against him, and I forgot his fucking name, man. But yeah, it was a disappointment because Hugh Jackman was basically done with Wolverine, and I was pissed about that. I was really hoping there was gonna be a cameo of Wolverine, but there wasn't. There was nothing at the end. Nada, nothing. They ruined it. They ruined X-Men at the end. Avengers was not ruined, but now it's ruined because of Sony or Disney. It could be either one. I don't give a fuck. It's both of their faults for doing this bullshit. Like, I would love to see another Spider-Man Venom shit. That would be awesome. Another new version. Even on Spider-Man 3 would still be OG. I don't care what anyone says. Everyone was all hyped about it in '07. I was definitely hyped about it. I kept watching it over and over and over because I had the DVD player, because no one knows what the hell DVDs are now. But yeah, most definitely. I always watched it. I think it was Monster House. And whenever I was watching Monster House, the previews always showed up. It showed up Spider-Man. I was always waiting for that shit to come out. Like, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. It finally came. I like the black suited Spider-Man. That was fucking awesome. That's why we just need a fucking Sinister Six up in Marvel. For God's sakes, we should have had it a long, long, long time ago. We should have had it 2 years ago, matter of fact. The second one came out 2014. The first one came out 2012. I would say they needed at least 3 years to product the Amazing Spider-Man 3, but they fucked it up. And I know for a fact that, of course, Tom Holland Spider-Man, I knew they weren't going to have Sinister Six yet. Because it was probably going to be Kraven the Hunter, and they were never going to start the Sinister Six shit yet. Because we're probably going to need a new Spider-Man now, because look what they did. They fucked the whole thing up. 2 movies, done. But at least the trilogy one, at least that one took effort. They took effort in trying to make the third one as best as they could, and they did. They tried their best. Second one, fucking awesome. First one, perfect. But it's hard. Pause. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all later because I already made a long video as it is. Catch y'all later, my boys. Peace.